So I'm hoping you guys are very excited for the upcoming events. Honestly, I didn't think they had it in them to pull in the two double ultra rare ships coming into this event. It actually took me by surprise. I was looking at it. I was like, okay, we got Guam that's coming out. All right, cool. And then I saw Laffey II. In my brain, I was thinking, all right, a SSR Laffey II, no problem. But then I looked down and I saw that the little picture or whatever said ultra rare, and I was like, oh shit, we have two ultra rare ships coming out for this event. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Right. So my initial impression was, I can't believe they did this. I can't believe this. I was thinking, all right, in my brain, oh, that's gonna be a lot of cubes. There's gonna be a lot of things coming out for this event, and two ultra rare ships probably gonna kill a lot of people's cubes. But luckily, though, they said that one is going to be free. Laffey is going to be a special stage map clear or something. So I'm guessing like a D3 clear is when you get Laffey. Otherwise, they're going to do like some like mini EX mode like they did in the previous event where I clear like 5 special stages one time each, and you get Laffey 2 that way. So, okay, anyways. Right. So how are we gonna react to this event? So Guam, I think a lot of people were expecting an Alaska large cruiser. Personally, it was gonna either be a Iowa battleship or a large cruiser from my perspective, and I was aiming for more towards the battleship. But we got Guam, so that is a sister of Alaska, meaning we're not getting Alaska as of right now, and we're getting a large cruiser, a tank for the Eagle Union faction. So, I'm pretty excited. You know, a large cruiser is kind of like whatever to me at this point. I think there's like so many of them that I personally just don't care too much about the large cruiser. But I think a lot of people are like thinking it's gonna be like anti-air focused. Her kit's gonna be anti-air related, stuff like that. I can go into the whole business about that ship, and I will actually. I'll just do it right now. I feel like so usually how games work is that whenever they release like a new hard content, like for instance this time is chapter 15, they will spend like a year or two releasing units, or in this case ships, to help alleviate that content to make it much easier. So in this case, chapter 15 is an anti-air map. You kind of want to release ships that are really good for chapter 15, which are mainly aimed towards being anti-air focused. So that's why I think going about this ship is that it's pretty much built to make your life easier in 15. I know a lot of people are struggling with 15 because it is pretty difficult. It is pretty difficult. I think gameplay wise, it's not as hard as chapter 14, but 15 is harder in a sense that if you don't have the specific team comp, you're gonna get rolled. That's just how it is. You're just gonna get steamrolled. And some people up until now, even after clearing chapter 14, really struggle with fleet building. It's like one of the biggest weaknesses a lot of people have in this game is building a proper fleet for specific content. So with this ship, Guam, it should be easier. It should make your life much easier going forward. Laffey II, ultra rare as well too. Also is a weird ship. The second destroyer as of right now that's ultra rare. That's not retrofitted. Udachi, by the way. I think she's gonna be it's gonna make your life easier in chapter 14 by all means because it is a destroyer map. And I do think in some scenarios it may be useful in chapter 15 as well too. If she has like a little bit of anti-air and some kind of like I don't know, like some kind of like heal or self-heal, it'll make chapter 15 much easier for a mob fleet ship by all means. Because right now, when I did my chapter 15, I did like Kazugumo. I used her pretty much all of chapter 15 as my ASW ship to just wave clear and do all that jazz, buff my carriers and stuff like that. I'm pretty much expecting Laffy to be something similar to that. This wave clear, probably not gonna buff, but just have like some kind of damage output. Honestly, if she has ARA, that'd be great. But I think after Cure starts having ARA, like you're pretty much not gonna have that on DD. So if she does, that'll be great. But I'm not expecting her to have ARA by all means. Other ship I'm gonna talk about, since I think the biggest takeaway from this event is that it's gonna be 2 ultra rares. So that's something to look forward to. Now a couple things. I think the double. So I said this before in the event, the video 2 or 3 weeks ago, saying crap. What was I thinking? It was either gonna be a double rare UR event, or they're gonna add more USS event for next year. So I got one of it right. But what does this mean for like people? So if they thought it was gonna be a double like gotcha banner, it would have been so bad. Because I think like you're gonna spend like at least 400 to 600 cubes if there's 2 ultra rares. It's gonna be brutal of a banner. But they made one free, so that's good. However, the biggest elephant in the room as of right now is gonna be the ultra rare bullens. How are they gonna handle it? How are they going to handle the ultra rare bullen scenario? They could do a lot of things. I think some people are saying like you can use the old Laffy, the elite ones, as fodder to limit break the Laffey II. That is one thing. I also think what they can do is if they make it. So if you guys remember in the previous events or whatever, like that map we had from the last event, there were 5 special EX stages, right? So what this means is that 5 maps means 1, you get the ship, and then the second one is for the first limit break, the third one is for the third limit break, and the fourth and the fifth map is for the last limit break. I think that's what they can do. The issue is right here is that usually maps are 6 and events are like 5. So they have to make it so they can fit 5 special maps in to get 5 extra bullens. That's also another thing, and it makes getting the max limit break for Laffey II much easier, because I think a lot of people are going to spend their ultra rare bullens on getting Guam to max limit break. So I think that's probably going to be the case, but we'll have to see once the event comes out next week on how they're going to handle the whole like ultra rare bullen business, because 8 ultra rare bullens is 8 months of waiting, and that's a very long time, especially when we have ultra rare events every 4 months and reruns coming out as well too in between. Another thing is that what does this mean for future events moving forward? I think as of right now, USS definitely needed the double UR event banners, right? But what is Manju going to do moving forward? Are they going to add 2 ultra rare ships per event now, like 1 free and 1 gotcha? Is that what their play is? Because doing this and saying the next event in like February or March, they go back to 1 ultra rare. It's kind of weird, is it not? Like we go from double ultra rare back to single ultra rare. Kind of weird. At least I think so. So, are they going to do double ultra rare banners from now on, moving forward, for other factions as well too? Now keep in mind, other factions, there's some of them are very tight in what they can release for ultra rare ship potential. There's gonna be more 2 variants obviously, but some of them even with 2 variants are gonna be very lacking in terms of what they can put out for ultra rare ships. So are they gonna do it like all free? Is it one gonna be free, 1 gotcha? What if they're gonna do 2 UR ships as gotcha? That'd also be crazy as well too. So yeah, that's something to think about, honestly. Personally, though, I think this event was very great. I think a lot of people were excited about double ultra rare. I don't think they were happy about using a lot of cubes, but when they announced that one is going to be free, I think a lot of people got happy, and they saw that, wow, I got an ultra rare ship for free. So that's actually a really good way to bring players back into the game, especially ones that quit, because ultra rarity is the rarest in the game, and if you can get a free ultra rare ship, why wouldn't you want to come back, right? Like even if the game is grinding and it has this like grind, like monotonous feel to it, free ultra rare, dude, you can't really say no to that. So That's my take on the event. I love it. It's great. I'm very, very excited on releasing many videos for the next 2 weeks about this upcoming event. Guam Large Cruiser, Laffey Destroyer, 2 Vanguards, 2 ultra rare Vanguards, which puts us up to 5 as of right now, non-retrofit excluded. So Kronstadt, Shimakaze, Unzen, Guam, and Laffey II. It's actually pretty nuts. Anyways, let me hear your thoughts on the events, guys. Are you excited for the double ultra rare? What are you expecting from this event? How do you want events to be handled in the future? And all that jazz. So thank you guys for watching as always. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video as always.